Hi, this is Cindy, and today I'm going to tell you about my experience with a Harley Davidson shop in the South. Stay tuned. First of all, the year was about 2003. I and my mother were in a car. I was driving us to Florida, and we were rounding a curve. It was a divided highway, but it was very much out in the country. And as we came around this curve, off to the side, now we're out in the country, okay? To this right side, I saw a Harley Davidson shop down a little gravel driveway, gravel parking lot, just out in the country. Along with me in the car, with my mother and I, was a box of cassette tapes that I and my husband had created at our church of messages that had been ministered there. I did some, my husband did some. I, on this trip, was at various different locations where I was led to do this. I was giving people one of those messages, the tapes. And as I passed this Harley Davidson shop, sorry, and I'd never been in one before. Um, and as I passed it, I drove past it, and I felt led to turn around and go back and give one of those tapes to someone at the Harley Davidson shop. Now, this wasn't a Harley Davidson shop with plate glass windows and, a showroom type setting. It was a metal building with a with an entrance door and a garage door that you could lift up. So it was all closed off. You couldn't see inside. So I was a little bit nervous about doing it, but I knew that I was led to turn around and go back. So I did. Turned around on that separated highway once I got to a space where I could, went back, pulled in the parking lot, but I stayed very close to the road in the parking lot. I didn't go up close to the building. And I thought, okay, I'm not really comfortable going inside there. Uh, Only one car there. Um, so I honked. I pull up in the gravel parking lot of a Harley Davidson shop out in the country, and I honk. And I'm sitting out by the road, and nobody came. Nobody opened the door. So I honked again. And then my thought process went like this. Ooh, I might be making somebody mad in there. What if they come out of there with a weapon? But nobody came. But I knew I'd been led to go. So I honked again. And after the third honk, the door opened. Not the garage door, the regular door. And a man stepped out. And he had on a Harley Davidson vest, full beard. I mean, I don't know how long it hung down, but it was pretty full. And he starts walking towards the car. So I barely cracked the window, the tiniest bit, because I'm nervous. And he walks out to the window, and he just stands there and looks at me. And I had one of those tapes in my hand. They were the white cassette tapes that you can buy in bulk and run duplicate copies. And we had a little copier that we used to duplicate these tapes one at a time. And so I had that in my hand, and I did not really know what to say. I just knew I was there led by God. So I didn't look up. I just said, I don't know why I stopped here except that I was led to bring this tape to someone here. And I don't know if it's not for you. Now, mind you, I'm not looking up at him, okay, through the window. I'm saying this, looking straight ahead. And I don't know if it's who it would be for. If it's not for you, maybe there's somebody you know that you can pass it on to. And it was about healing, you guys. And I'm pretty sure it was about Lillian B. Yeomans, Yeomans, who was a drug addict in the 1800s, a doctor who got addicted to drugs and wasted away to almost nothing and was just about to die. I mean, she was that bad. And she went to a meeting of a very uh, profound minister of God, and she got healed and delivered instantly from drugs. Well, I think that's what the tape was about, if I remember right. And so I said, I don't know if this is for you, but if not, maybe you can pass it to someone else. And I just reached my hand up and passed it through that little crack in the window. And he took it. And the next thing I know, I hear a sound, and I turned and looked up, and he is crying. This man is crying. And I said, "Is everything okay?" And he said, through tears, "This tape is for me." And he's crying. He said, "I was released from the hospital X number of days ago, and it wasn't very many. I don't remember exactly how many. I was just released from the hospital a few days ago. I had had a major heart attack some weeks before." And he said, "This tape is for me." Oh my goodness, I cried right along with him. Had I not obeyed God and not stopped at the Harley Davidson shop, turned around and gone back, this man would have missed out on the opportunity to see that God had him in mind, cared that much about him, wanted him healed, and sent two women. One was 80, I think 81, and or 84, and to deliver to him a tape that had the words of life concerning healing. And so I want to tell you something. I want to encourage you. Let's talk about it. When you have a leading from God, and it might make you a little nervous to do what you're led to do, just understand if that leading is from God, and you won't be able to get away from it if it's God. He'll just keep bringing it back to you and reminding you and reminding you. Obey those gentle leadings. They won't be maybe grandiose. He won't use a megaphone to get it to you and speak to you over a loudspeaker, but you'll know in your spirit that you're led to do something. You just won't be able to get away from it. Obey. You do not know whose future you hold in your hand through obedience. God bless you.